But yeah, bro. Why am I asking? What question? That's the question. Why am I asking what question?
No comment. Not on camera.
I don't know what to say to you, bro. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, man, I don't know. I don't really know what to say to you. All I'm gonna say is that, like,
you don't not like me because I'm Muslim.
Why would I not like you? Like,
because that's what you're just saying.
I still care about you. Like, I still love you. I still see you the same way. Just what I believed and what I thought is not it's not the truth. But as far as I'm concerned, you feel me? I'm still ready to move forward from that. So the question is, are you?
Why do you gotta ask me a question that you already?
I said I want to move on from that. So are you ready to do that too?
What?
Move on from having misunderstanding. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. So good. Yeah. I really did think that you was Christian though. Like, believe what I was saying. I mean, it made sense to you. But tell me though, because y'all read the Quran, but the Quran, have you read the Quran? No? So if you haven't read the Quran, how are you Muslim?
Because I just know what it is.
So somebody told you about it and you was just like, okay? The same way how I kind of just told you about Christianity, you was like, okay?
I know what it is.
So what is it?
It's not Christianity.
Right, it's not Christianity. It's the Quran.
Why that's all it's then that's what it is.
But you said
real things. So that's what it is.
Right. So the Quran, that's supposed to be your book. That's supposed to be
not
why
really.
you
It's
Muslim.
That's like you say, they had one, they used it, but it's based off of what they actually in, because they don't do Christianity. And then once you see the whole thing and what it's all about, there's nothing Christianity has to do with it.
But do you know that your guys believe in Jesus, right?
And nobody can argue about it. Nobody can debate about it because it has nothing to do with it. You don't want to be Muslim, you don't have to be Muslim.
Right.
They all know that. They will be more than happy. Nobody gives a shit about it. They don't give a damn. Go be Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what.
So Muslims don't care if they.
Absolutely not. Nothing to do with it.
Okay, so that's what you was kind of saying at the other day.
They don't need nobody to do that. They're gonna do it if they want to, but that's first of all, they're Arabics, but when people join that religion, because they see what it is, but it's more about them knowing that's what they do. So even though people wanted to join them, they'll have to respect them more, because that's actually them. And it's called that because whoever believes that wants to be in that can do it.
Right.
They don't. It doesn't matter to them if they wanted to or didn't. If they think it's Christian or don't. That's everybody just needed to be, like I say, if they know it's religion, choose one and go by it. That's what they know about it. You want to sit and argue about other religions? That's arguing about it. It's still there. Choose one for you. Leave it alone, because you judging other religions. And that's what people know they can't do.
Okay, so what if I just want to know the truth?
Again, it's all
objective.
It's subjective, and they categorize it by religion. Since you can't do that, you have to respect how they do it. So if you wanted to know the truth, you have to understand that you do know the truth. Mm-hmm. You just gotta get you have to see outside the box and you have to go ahead and get the information that you wanted. You got the truth, believe that you got the truth, and see whatever is in common so that you can work with, believe it, say it, that you know the truth. You don't even have to say that. You don't have to say what it is. None of that. The religions can't even put it in a category because you just know the truth.
Right. And I get what you're saying. You know the truth.
I think you do know the truth, which that's why I do know that about you. Okay. You just don't see it. You trying to put it in a box. You trying to put it under Christian. That's fine, but I just know you know the truth. So I just said, yeah. And
so you saying that it don't matter what you call it?
It doesn't matter what you call it. You know the truth. Because you can go with it. It works. It's fine.
So you saying as long as I know the truth, but as what I want to categorize it as, whether it's the Father, whether it's the universe, whether it's this, whether it's that, it don't matter as long as you come to this objective truth. You come to this truth.
So you can sit there and argue about Christianity. You can sit there and argue about Judaism. You can sit there and argue about Islamic. People can't trick you. People can't deceive you. Not really deceive. I'm just saying people can't tell you stuff that you don't know that's going to make you believe it because you never heard of it before. You know the truth. People can you see what I'm saying? You don't have to sit here and have these conversations with all these people and waste your time hearing and going back and forth because you know the truth, but they can propaganda and tell you all this stuff. It sounds good. Wow, that's impressive. All they did was just tell you stuff that wasn't the truth or wasn't related, wasn't really going anywhere. It's just categorized in religion, and that's all they leave it in. You see what I'm saying? So you know the truth. You're not arguing with these people. You know the truth, but they can't do that to you if you wanted to. You know the truth.
So you don't want them to know the truth?
If I told them the truth, I'll give them that one chance to see it. But if they can't see it, they're gonna be stuck in that. And since they can't see it, that's where they're supposed to be. And honestly, it's only up to them if they wanted to know the truth. Like you said, you wanted to know the truth. You said it. Okay. Well, whether or not that's really their objective, they'll figure that out. If they just going with everything, they don't care. They just going with everything. And that's, quote unquote, their religion or their culture or their society. And it could be anything. A disbeliever in anything, that whole thing.
So you saying it's the truth?
They have more like racial. They have more
worldly aspects
about themselves. Like,
fleshly.
They have more just basic stuff, political things, economic, financial things that they just worried and being a political disbeliever in. They wouldn't. That's why they get that. Well, that's why they don't want to know nothing, or it doesn't matter to them because they already kind of see that nothing is about, the truth about how this has anything to do with how this religion is going to help them. They already not going to care about it. But I'm talking about like for Pacific people that really wants to be intelligent because they have to know it. You can run into those. You can get led astray by those people. They'll tell you anything. You'll believe it. Okay, that's like anything. You just had to know better enough not to follow into that categories because they can corrupt, brainwash you, literally, and that's what it's about. So, yes, you have that freedom to learn the religion, whether it works or not. Leave it alone. Choose which one. Hell, if you can speak those languages, it's a plus. It's great. They're different. They know that. That's all they use it on. Now, does somebody know the actual truth to themselves? Yes, and I would advise them to know what you know and keep it to yourself. And it's mostly for yourself, unless somebody needed you, wanting to know, actually did it. But you know, they can still be playing around, but it's all up to them to figure it out. And so you know the truth and leave it at that. Because you would have had to understood all of it anyway. You could not have known the truth if you didn't understand this one. That's what it took to learn the truth. So holding one, you're not gonna learn it. Holding a couple of them, you're not gonna learn it. And you see what I'm saying? You saw each and every one and stuff in between, and then you did want to know why was that like that. You figured it out. There it is. So that's to answer your question.
Okay. So why is yours Muslim though?
Because nobody can say anything stupid about it. If they wanted to, they don't even know shit about it. And I know that. For one, they're not gonna ever speak that. For two, they're just gonna keep arguing about nothing. And for three, they don't, you're not gonna run, you couldn't lie about it. They have a way of doing things, and it's better than everything fucking else. It is. It's just better than every fucking thing.
What about the Jews that feel that way?
Oh, no. That's what they really do. The Jewish people, they're not, right? So they know they have to say to themselves, Arabics do not fuck with them. I would like them or fuck with them, And the Jews cannot mess with them. They actually went to war a year ago, and they was shooting bombs over them. But if you know what that's about, Israel is just completely surrounded by Arabs and Arabics, the Arabic language, the alphabet. So they actually don't have no permission, no throne, and will not be accepted. But they'll know they'll be casting themselves out immediately as soon as they play with Arabic, because they know it's only one of the two. And Israel's a small country. They don't have that many Hebrews, but they still have a lot of them. But the rest of it, it's all Arabics, and that's what they speaking. But if they do that, they'll screw themselves over, trying to be the Arabics, and that's all they will admit about it anyway. So they have nothing else to do but go with that. And so that's what I'm saying. They cannot do nothing. They can't do nothing, and they're gonna play they're gonna play the rich and poor. They're poor. The Jews are poorer than any Arabics.
So why does in this world that, as we know it here on the Western Hemisphere, whatever you want to call it, being here in America and Canada and all, why do we see it like Jews have the most money? Why do we see it like that? Is it just over here, or are you saying like why do we see like Jews? I never heard of that. You never heard like Jews run the world? You never heard of that?
I did.
Okay, so why do we believe that? Is that just something that we just believe and made it up in propaganda and stuff like that, or what?
Some of it's propaganda, but I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. Because all those who's trying to seek the truth disguises themselves to be looked in as one of the lowest, and to protect who they really is, right? They says, yes, I'm a Jew, because that's one of the lowest things. They gotta protect their real image. But that's why you heard that they're rich. Oh yeah, they're a Jew. That's the last thing you can fall on, because that's you know what I mean? That's a Jew. So now that's the truth, because whoever knows that can say that and know the opposite is they're not a Jew. That's the catch. Because that's the actual truth about Israel right now. So, but I'm saying that's been the same thing that that's what the Bible's been about. They coming out of that and how they actually.
But what's the actual truth about Israel? What you saying?
Bro, they don't
What is the actual truth about the Jew?
It's the little Bible story.
What are you talking about?
It's bullshit. But whoever.
So you saying that everybody is these all, because these are all Arabic religion,
whoever
right? Muslim, Judaism, Islam, whatever, right? This Christianity, I'm to say, like, all of this is the Arabic. We all stem from the New Old Testament, right? Genesis, right? All of that, right? So you trying to say that every one of them, even the Muslims, we all just faking the creation of what we know about God and all of that stuff, just to cover up what man is really just doing. Man really got the power in life, is what you're saying.
What? Because they know it's gonna be rough.
Because you just about what image of what they say and what they do. You're saying that the Old Testament is BS, but the Old Testament is something that every single Arabic religion goes off of, including Muslim, like you said. So you saying that Muslims is really this, and Arabic people and the Muslims, they Arabic, and they really up here, but the Jews is really down here. But they use the story in the Bible to give them image.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you saying like to make them look a certain way, and that's where their reputation comes from, and that's why they even have any type of pull. But it's just saying like it's about the saying. It's not about who they actually are. Who they actually are is weak, and who they actually are is lower than what the Bible says. Israel is what you're saying.
So the people that you heard with the money, that's what they know about it, and that's what I just told. That's what
Muslims.
Yeah. No. What?
The people who have the money do what?
No, you said, remember when you said, why are the Jews are rich, and the people that they say they Jews, but they rich, you know? I said, I've told you that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not Muslims.
Because I said, yeah.
But you already saying, like, that's what they're doing.
No, what I said is people around the world say Jews run the world.
Okay, yeah.
And why do we say that if what you saying is true? Okay, so what you mean by that? Because, people say that, so where is this coming from?
Okay, so now that I told you that, so now if they say they're a Jew, again, the Jews are not rich.
Okay.
They're the country of Israel. Number one is poor. Number two, the reason why they're poor is because that's what they mean by it. They have to look at it. They're not rich. They cannot be Arabic. If they did, they would be poor. They'll go ahead and almost fade away.
If they was Arabic, they would fade
away. If they start trying to speak, if they do anything outside of
who they are,
which is the culture
Hebrew
and the people, if they do anything outside their people, they're screwed.
Right.
They're screwed.
Okay.
They're gonna catch them and they're gonna kill them for that. They would, because they're not gonna allow it. That's what, you know what I'm saying? They not gonna.
Okay, so they drawing lines. They separate from each other.
They in trouble
because of what they believe.
That's what I'm telling you. I said that's what everybody knows about it. That's why they said, yeah, Jews run the world. They said they're a Jew. Okay, so that's what they use it. That's what they mean. Now, once you hear somebody say that, okay, you say, okay, they know what it is. So
honestly, Jews are here too.
So now what they know is anybody that tries to really, really believe that story and don't know and don't get it, they're gonna fall exactly what it is. Now again, Israel is poor.
So they going, if you believe
it's
who
only
they are
the only
through
reason
the Bible,
why
you
now,
will be poor too.
Right,
what you're saying.
And the people that actually ran the world, they know it's because they run the world, and it's telling you they are Jew because they are the poorest image of a religion that once became a religion, and then it is the same religion that came out of the Bible.
Okay, so you trying to say that rich people or people who really run the world are the people that's telling you should believe in the Jews, and the people who pushing the Bible and pushing who the Jews are because they actually have an understanding about meekness or
they know they can't believe in Jesus Christ. It's the same Judaism, like I said.
Right? Why can't they believe in Jesus?
Because if you read the story, the only thing you're trying to believe is the faith about if that ever was real, and then I guess if you really believe that one, I guess you're trying to believe the faith that he's gonna come back to show real things, because you have only holding on to a faith in basically a fairy tale story that has to actually have, real evidence to actually be in real things.
So they didn't actually have evidence of Jesus' existence and Jesus' miracles and all these different things. They don't have. It's not people out here who's finding evidence, literally, of Jesus' existence and what he did.
If they did, what are they supposed to be doing now about it?
What do you mean?
What's the next thing then?
To live out what Jesus said, and to live out and to take on his spirit and actually embody the truth, and to endure until he comes back.
Okay, again, that's a fairy tale until he comes back. Still, again, that's why I said there's no evidence.
So you pretty much saying
they can't believe in Jesus Christ.
Okay, so you're pretty much saying keep doing whatever you're doing in this world and being whoever you are and let it run the way it's supposed to run, where the strong take over the weak. The weak don't survive. The strong is who it is, what it is, and that's it. And that's forever gonna be it. If you ain't strong, you dead. And if you're not strong, then you ain't gonna never amount to anything, is what you're saying. And I mean strong, like physically, like just in everything that you do. Like that's what you're saying pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, I know you're recording this, but I'm being serious.
I'm asking you.
Yeah. But
it don't matter. I'm going to real answer. I'm asking you.
Okay.
That don't matter. Is that the only way? Is what you're saying that's really the reality? And if you don't accept that reality, then like you pretty much believe a fairy tale, and you pretty much believe something that's not true and never going to be true.
Believe it.
No, I'm asking you. Okay, let's be clear and just be direct, and let's get to the next thing.
Yes, you will fall. Yes, you do not want to. That's the idea about it.
Is that true? Is it yes or a no?
That is true.
Okay, so I have a question. You've been Muslim for 7 years. And I mean, let's be honest. You have what's the difference between you and if these are supposed to be the rich people, the people that run the world, and you with the Arabics, and you with the Muslims, you with the people who really are supposed to be the strong people, right? And that's the way, the truth, and the life to you, right? The question is, why are you not rich?
What do you mean, like right now?
Yeah, why are you not rich? Why are you not?
What I'm in.
Okay, so the question is, why have you been running around with me since I met you? But how many days have I met you? I mean, 4 days ago.
I mean a lot of people, and what I do is I get to know them if they have anything valid about themselves, and whatever the situation is, I meet a lot of people.
Okay, but the question is,
for religion, I mean, I still meet a lot of people.
Right.
I just meet a lot of people. Right.
But you're supposed to be Muslim, and that these people, you embody this because you believe that that's the truth, and this is really the truth. So So why?
Okay.
And they the strongest people. They the richest
I'll
people.
tell you this.
And that's what you believe in. That's why you embody it. And that's your way in truth and the light. That's your truth.
I'll tell you.
Where is that proof if you're a Muslim?
Okay.
And
No.
I'm asking, where's the truth? Why are you not rich?
Okay, this is.
And why are you? Why did I find you? Well, why? Well, you know, like.
No, listen.
You know, I mean, let's be real, right? You saying you've been Muslim for 7 years, but you know, I met you and you was in the same situation that I'm in, but I chose to be in this situation, and I don't know what you doing, but you know, why are you here in this situation? Is what I'm asking you. If what you saying is true, and this is who you are. This is who you are when I met you, right? Like why is this you in this reality if that's your truth? How you know that this wasn't supposed to be happening so you can find the truth, the way in the life? But hold on, let's let you answer this question first. I'm gonna let you answer that question first. Why are you not that? If that's what you believe in, that's true.
So you said why I'm with you?
No, why are you in your?
That question?
Yes. Why are you in the same position that I'm in? But I chose to be in that position for my Lord and my Savior. But you saying that your God,
like who I am because you don't believe who I am?
No, you telling me who you are, but who you telling me who you are, which is Muslim and what they believe in is true. No. Where is the proof in you? Why are you? But you just say they're the strongest people, they the richest people, but you're poor.
No.
Why are you in your situation?
I'm not poor. You just don't know who I am.
Okay, so who are you? What do you have?
I'm a Muslim.
Oh, right. So where is the proof? Like why you don't got the car? Why you don't got the
right there?
The money? Why you don't?
No, the proof is the proof that right there.
Why you don't got that power that you talking about?
I do.
Were you not using it?
I just told you. What do you mean I'm not using it?
I said, why are you actually using it?
Why I'm not using it?
Yeah, if that's how the world's supposed to be, and the power in the world, the strength take over. Where is that at?
You wanted me to be in all this stuff, and I made it very clear when we started hanging out, basically, and trying to get to know each other, real story. But so even though that's what you're doing, real now to me, I knew exactly what you was doing. I knew exactly what you was in.
And I was extremely upfront with you. That was truth. And when you met me, that's who I was.
Slow down.
Okay.
Now, if I didn't know exactly who the hell you was and what you was doing, I wouldn't have done it.
Right.
So I did know that.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm trying to let you was interested in whoever the hell I was. So I
feel like God sent me to you, yes.
Hey, that's fine. Like I said, I meet a lot of people for whatever reason. I don't care.
Right. Okay.
You know, I mean, I know it's crazy and all that stuff, but I went ahead and tried to explain it. I wouldn't tell people that I'm a Muslim. I only tell them that if they can know that.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that, but if I feel like right now, I mean, you're not knowing that. So you just if you can't understand it, I'm not gonna let it.
No. I'm asking you, and you told me, and then I asked you what is a Muslim, and then you told me, and then I asked you why don't you look? Why aren't you being like where is the proof that you're a Muslim if this is true about being a Muslim? And if that's the way, the truth and the light to you, where is that at? Is what I'm asking in you.
What are you talking about? It's there. I was fine. You can be fine, but you being outside. Know a Muslim.
Okay,
but
you.
Real Muslim.
The question is, the question is, all right. I want to ask about you then.
Okay, what?
And you saying who you are as a Muslim, but I want to ask who you about you.
For free.
I'm asking you, right? Look, who are you then? Do you have a home?
Why is that?
Why don't you have a home?
It's not important to know.
But it is, because I'm like, you're saying who you are is the Muslim. You're saying that's just who you are. And I'm not believing that. But what I'm saying, but you just explain, and then I asked, okay, what is a Muslim then? And then you just told me what a Muslim is to you and what that is, and that's the truth to you. So the question is, where is the Muslim at? I don't see what you the definition of a Muslim. You have not. You don't match that. So that's what I'm saying. Why are you this way if you're a Muslim and the Muslim is this? Is what you told me.
Why am I this way? I can't.
Why are you this way?
I can't tell you.
Why can't you tell me?
Because I am a Muslim.
And if you're a Muslim, and I get that.
And if you don't know, that's what it means. You don't know.
So you a Muslim, you just choosing not to use this power that you have. The definition you gave about a Muslim was that they the strongest in the world. That they have all the money. The Arabics are the richest people. You telling me? That's what I'm asking. You're telling me what if they are to you?
I tell you the stuff that you asked me because you just don't believe it now because you asked me.
No, you're contradicting yourself, and I'm trying to figure out why are you the way you are if a Muslim is supposed to be this. I'm trying to get who you are. That's why I'm asking you why.
I'm fine. I'm not in no situation. I'm fine. I'm not in no situation.
So you have a home to go to right now.
No, you're getting off topic.
No. I'm asking you. You just said you're fine,
I said I can't. You can't be.
You can't tell me what.
I can't tell you how I'm a Muslim or what I have because I am Muslim. But I told you that because you was wanting to know whether I believe. Right. So I can't tell you. And so since you asked me and I can't tell you, and plus you don't know, that's what it means.
Okay, so Muslim. Right, you a Muslim. And then a Muslim is strong, powerful, and rich.
And you don't
and Arabic, right? Okay, so now that I do know, because you just told me, right? And I understand that. Where is that at? Where's that at?
So you can have some proof of belief, like evidence, like Jesus Christ.
Yes. Who are you?
Like evidence, like Jesus Christ.
Yes, I can give you evidence of Jesus, but you give me evidence of a Muslim. Who are you?
No, see now you getting off topic. Muslims real, but there's no proof of Jesus Christ.
That's not true. There is proof of Jesus Christ. Even Muslims believe in Jesus Christ.
But you really,
the Quran. You just told, and then you told me you don't.
You
told me you don't read the Quran.
Tell me about like how I'm an individual.
Do you believe that?
And I'm telling you,
right?
You
but
asking
if you're
me
Muslim,
on behalf of the entire Muslim
yes.
thing. And like again, that's what it is. You don't know it. You ask me so you can understand. You don't know nothing about it, and that is the evidence right there.
Okay, I have a question.
Because you don't.
Okay. Let's clear this up. I have a question. Okay, I have a question. Okay, let's clear this up. You're a Muslim, right?
I told you that I was a Muslim because I knew you will have a very hard time and be confused in a motherfucker to know that. Yes.
Okay, I'm confused, and now I know that you're a Muslim. Right? You told me you're a Muslim. Okay, cool. I believe you. Now. You saying that, but the question is, what does a Muslim believe in? I asked you that, and then you told me.
I told you basic things, and
that's true, right?
Times grasping it and understanding.
No, I'm not. I get what you're saying, and I understand that you said that they're powerful, they're rich, they're Arabic, they they the strongest ones, right? In the world, and that's what they believe, and that's what they embody. So now I asked you two questions about the Muslim, and you said this is who you are. I asked you what a Muslim was. You told. If you're a Muslim, you told me. I asked you what a Muslim is. You told me, and now I'm saying, okay. So why are you not matching these things you just told me what Muslim is?
I just told you that. That's Muslim. I cannot tell you that because you want evidence. That's not relevant to me. That's relevant to you.
Right. It's relevant to this conversation. Why? I'm trying to understand who you are. I want to know you, bro.
I just told you.
So I can't know you. You know what you're saying? No, I can't get to know you, bro.
I just told you that.
You said no? I can't get to know you?
I said you can't know, and I did tell you.
I can't get to know?
I said you can't know, and I did tell you who I was. I said I was Muslim.
Right. And now I want to get to know you.
No, you can't. What do you mean? Now you want to get to know me?
I want to get to know you. You said you're a Muslim. What is that? I want to get to know you, okay? As a person, I want to get to know you. What is it?
So you could get to know me.
Okay, I'm getting to know you now, man. Right?
Yeah.
Right, and you're a Muslim.
I am a Muslim, and if you don't know, that's the evidence. That's that.
So you just say it, and then that's what just okay. You saying it, but you not a Muslim. You just saying it. You not a Muslim.
No,
you just saying.
you don't get
no.
it.
Okay, I do get it.
That's the whole thing.
Because
you don't know nothing about it.
You're saying you embody the Muslim and you just are who you are, but but that don't match the description you gave of a Muslim. Yes. As far as I'm concerned with Jesus, I believe in Christianity and I believe he's God. And he said that you should do these things. You should pray. You should make disciples. You should baptize people. I'm doing these things. I'm showing that I'm a Christian. And that's who I am, and it's shown in my actions. Right. Now I'm asking you, a Muslim, who you are. You told me, if you're a Muslim, you said yes. What does a Muslim do? You told me what they do. They rich, strong, powerful, this and that. Mm-hmm. Now, why are you not who the Muslim is? Now I'm trying to figure out why are you poor? Why are you in a situation and it looks different than what the Muslim is?
You're not seeing it because you don't understand it. You don't understand it. So I'm
okay. So I can tell you that I'm Christian.
You don't have any understanding, and that's the whole thing about that.
Right. That's why I don't believe in Muslim. But hold on. Listen. Okay, and I understand. Listen. I told you I'm Christian.
You're not gonna tell you how.
I told you what a Christian is and what we believe in, and then I also embody that. I don't have nothing else but him. But who I believe in and what I believe in, and you've seen that constantly.
But I've known this is what you've already. I know
you knew me from the jump.
I know this is what you was doing.
Right. So you knew me from the jump.
So you don't understand.
You understood me from the jump, but you don't get that I never understood you.
But
why?
I told you that. That was your project. That was your objective.
But you kept accepting and agreeing with what I was saying. No, I wasn't harmful. I didn't hurt you physically. I didn't do none of that. You was listening.
You didn't know. You didn't know nothing.
But I was talking to you and you were agreeing with what I was saying. And you were saying what I was saying and saying, that's true. I asked you if Jesus was Lord and you said yes.
I told you exactly.
I came up and told you that I wouldn't baptize you. I'm not going to force you to be baptized. I said that I'm here.
Do you really want to know about this or not? Because you just keep trying to act like you played this role.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, it's not true. Tell me if this is true or not. Did I not come to you before I baptized you? And I said, you know what, Thomas, I'm not here to force you to do nothing. This is my exact listen, my exact words. Tell me if I said this or not. I'm not here to force you. But I'm here to encourage you. And the only reason you would do it is because you actually believe Jesus Christ is Lord and he's God.
No, you did not say that.
I did say that.
No, you didn't.
All right. So I didn't say that to you. I didn't say that you wouldn't do it if you believe.
Are you trying to act like I'm playing this lie game? Like I don't know this is what you're doing. I know what you're doing, bro. Chris,
hold on.
Stop right there. Look.
You knew me from when you met me. In the beginning, you met me, right?
No, listen. I know exactly what you're doing.
You knew me from the beginning. You met me, right?
No. I know exactly what you're doing.
What am I doing?
You're trying to act like you know me. You're trying to act like I don't know what you're doing.
I'm telling you how you know me.
So listen.
Wait, you just told me how you knew me since you met me.
Why do you not know that you're not fooling anybody?
Fooling anybody with what?
You're not understanding what you got yourself into.
What do I have myself into?
You're not understanding why you don't know who I am. You're not understanding is, first of all, if you don't know why you don't know me and then my religion, but you trying to ask questions like you do know me, just know that I'm Muslim, and if you don't know that, you're not gonna know me.
So you told me,
and that's the evidence.
Okay. So okay.
But for you
just told me. Okay.
But for you, I knew that's what you was doing.
You knew who I was from the beginning, right?
Now
you just told me.
When you said, do you believe in the Son of Jesus Christ? I said, well, since I know this is what he's doing, and this is
what you said to yourself.
I know this is what you was doing. I didn't say it to myself. I'm being real.
Did you say it out loud?
Okay.
Did you say it out loud?
It doesn't matter because I'm not proving nothing to you.
I'm asking you if you said it out loud or did you say it to yourself?
I have evidence.
I have every bit of evidence. Where's the Bible at?
That's not... Okay,
because that's what I look at. I actually am a Christian. Where's the Bible at?
Chris, you're not fooling nobody. I knew exactly.
Thomas, where's the Bible at? You knew exactly what I was doing from the beginning, right?
What you was doing,
because I was upfront with you.
Why and all this stuff? Yes, I knew all that.
Okay, so you literally telling me you know that I came to you in truth.
That.
Right.
I knew all that.
So why don't I know you? Because you kept saying yes to everything, and accepting what I was saying. And then I baptize you. Let me baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Because you're not fooling anybody.
But then later on, you're going to tell me that you Muslim. So the question is, who was being deceitful?
You're not fooling anybody.
Fooling anybody with what?
You don't know what you getting yourself into. You didn't know. You thought you was fooling somebody.
Fooling you with what?
You thought you was like this person that really can do this. You can get to know somebody.
I can have authority to baptize you?
That you can know somebody and understand what you're getting yourself into and understand that you don't have any evidence. But once you asked me who I was, I told you, and you don't know who the fuck I am. You don't even know nothing. I don't know why would you sit there and try to even ask other questions that, first of all, you don't know nothing. But I still knew exactly what you're doing. You not fool nobody.
So
I don't know how to tell you.
So you know exactly what I was doing.
I don't know how to tell you this because once I told you, at least told you, answered your question, that should have been enough clue for you not to screw around and confuse yourself more because your whole thing didn't work.
Okay.
You didn't get it. I got.
Okay, hold on. Let's clear this up.
Let me finish because you're confused.
Okay.
You can't answer the question. Let's clear it up. You cannot answer the question.
Hold on. Let me clear it up.
You can't answer questions.
What question?
You can't answer any questions.
What question?
You can't answer me nothing.
Answer me a question. Ask me a question and I'll answer it right now.
No, you can't answer any question.
Ask me a question and I'll answer it.
Okay, but you can't ask me any questions. Okay?
Why not? What are you talking about?
You don't know nothing about me.
So let me ask you this. And let's clear this up. Let's clear this up. Let's clear this up.
If we're going back to the beginning, you can't answer any questions because you don't know me.
Okay, so from the beginning,
what's relevant is not that I'm Muslim anymore to you. That's not relevant to you. So I don't know what else you got to ask me that's relevant to you.
Okay, so what's relevant to me is this,
and you can't see the evidence.
I just want to clear this up.
And you can't see the evidence.
Let's just get this over with. Once and for all, I want to clear this up.
Okay, what?
Right? Look. So you're
not fooling anybody though.
Okay, right. I'm not fooling anybody. Okay, let's go with that, right?
And let's say I already know what you're doing.
I don't. Right. So the question is, if I came to you, so you're so stuck in a position to where
no.
You're like being.
No, I'm not. I just
if
know
I came to you in truth,
you're not fooling anybody. I just
okay, so you're thinking that I'm being honest because I'm trying to fool you? I don't get that.
I gave you a chance to play who you tried to be.
Who am I trying to be?
I don't know.
Other than who I am. You just said that when I met you, when you met me, you knew everything about me. Yes. And I told you everything about me.
This is your chance.
So how am I? And I told you I'm a Christian. I'm doing what the Bible says. All I did was talk to you about the Bible and being Christian.
You didn't get nothing out of it, did you?
What was I trying to get out of it? But to share the truth with you. That was it.
Because you didn't.
And to be honest with you.
You don't know nothing.
I don't know anything about what.
You don't know anything.
About what?
Nothing. Anything. Nothing. You don't know anything.
I gave it myself. You're right.
And I follow
my Lord. Yeah, I follow my God.
Anything. So
I follow my God. I do. I follow
was,
Jesus. I do.
For you to ask me who I was, I mean, that's the last thing you should have asked me.
Follow the Holy Spirit.
That's how you're so confused. I said, you didn't know what you got yourself into. The last thing you want to know is, and I'm Muslim, and there you go. I would have had you confused in the motherfucker. And it does.
All you have to do is be constant in who you are.
No, you don't know nothing. That's the thing.
No, I don't think about anything because I'm being led by my Lord.
Me knowing that already, right? Me knowing that about you already.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm giving you this chance to see this. It's up to you.
Why didn't you say?
I see that you don't know nothing, but I want to know when you're gonna get that. And what you're really doing, it ain't fooling anybody. It ain't working for you because you can't see what you got yourself in, and it ain't working because you don't know nothing.
What are you talking about?
I want you to go ahead and keep answering the same questions because you don't know nothing. You can't even ask me any questions.
I'm asking you questions.
You cannot do that.
I just asked you questions.
You don't know nothing about me.
And I'm trying to ask you about you, and you telling me that you're not going to. The first thing I'm asking you is if you're a Muslim.
You don't know anything about me. You trying to play this game, okay? I've already did it. So if you don't know anything about me,
so you really got the secret life Well, you got money, you got a house, you got a car, you got all this stuff. You living like a Muslim live. But that's what I'm saying. You got this secret life, and that's what you got.
Evidence according to what's going to satisfy you.
Wait, but according to what I know from you is that you don't have.
It's because I know you're not going to know anything.
Okay, so
you see how you don't know anything?
Right. So I'm asking you a question.
What?
You're you got a secret life, is what you're telling me. No, from everything I know about you, ain't it?
It's not a secret life.
Okay, so where the life? Where did that? Can I get to know you?
It's like I can't tell you nothing about me because number one, that's not what I was doing, and that's not what how you introduce yourself to me. You asked me about Jesus Christ.
Yes.
And we've already been over that, but let's make it clear enough for you to understand. Since I knew that's what you was doing. That's what you was dealing with. And I was like, okay, yeah, but again, you didn't know anything about me. That's not what I was doing with you. So I just answered.
But what were you doing with
your fairy tale that you was trying to do?
But why was that a fairy tale? That was the truth for me.
I told you.
That's the truth. Then why was that the fairy tale?
I was Muslim.
If I asked you that.
And I'm like, I don't know what is that going to do. But just for that, I was trying to ice the cake for you like that.
So you was playing with me. You didn't tell me. You was being deceitful.
But it was at your own.
And you know what? This actually makes sense because if you believe, hold on. This actually makes sense. And I'm about to put it to you just like this, because you don't read the Quran like you said, but the Quran actually states that Allah is the greatest of all deceivers.
Okay.
So that actually makes sense to me. Okay. But you don't actually read the Quran. But the Quran says Allah is the greatest of all deceivers.
But you don't know anything about. You just said you didn't know anything about it. You don't know anything about it because
I just told you what it says in the Quran. And you don't read the Quran, so how do you know?
But it's nothing relevant to the theory of why you want to play a Jew.
You just I'm a Gentile Jew. Because I've been adopted by faith as a seed of Abraham, who came from an Arabic religion. The same way you believe in the Muslim, and they actually believe in the the Old Testament too, and they believe in the whole Holy Bible, and they believe that Jesus Christ was a prophet from God, but they believe that Muhammad is the actual Messiah.
Okay.
Do you even know who Muhammad is?
It's nothing because you don't.
Do you know who Muhammad is?
You don't know nothing.
I'm asking you, do you know? Who is Muhammad?
You don't know anything about
You're a Muslim. Who is Muhammad? I'm asking you. You're a Muslim. So who is Muhammad?
You can't
tell me who Muhammad is.
You can't understand this stuff.
How can I
understand it?
All right.
It's out of like your league or something. You know what I mean?
Allah is the greatest of all deceivers. I have a question for you, man. Who is Muhammad? You're a Muslim. Who is Muhammad?
Well, you already know whatever you've known about it.
But what do you know?
I cannot tell you what it is because that's what it means.
Because you don't
know.
Muslim.
I'm not going to tell you.
It's confidential in Muslim.
Bro,
to be Muslim is confidential.
Why do you not know this stuff already then?
I didn't know that. That's why I'm asking you because I want to know who you are.
That's what it means.
Oh, so if I wanted to be Muslim, I have to go and search and research and do it myself. No. I can't ask a Muslim what does it mean to be Muslim, and they can't tell me. If your God is the greatest, if this is the way, the truth, and the life for you, and I ask you if you're a Muslim, and I ask you, you can't tell me that. Is what you're telling me. It's confidential for a Muslim to keep that confidential. You have to keep that confidential as a Muslim. If you can at least tell me that, right? If that's not confidential to keep it, it's not. You're not supposed to keep it confidential as a Muslim.
I knew.
Is that what you're saying, or is that not what you're saying?
You said you act like it wasn't a big deal.
I'm asking you right now, so we can stop this conversation. If that's the case, to be a Muslim, does that mean that you have to be confidential?
No.
Okay, tell me what. So tell me what.
Okay,
I want to know more about it. So tell me who Muhammad is.
You can't know nothing about it.
Why not?
You can't.
Okay.
Because that's not who you are.
So the question is this: if you're a Muslim and somebody wanted to be Muslim or wanted to know the truth,
and you're supposed to know
a Gentile Jew, I am.
No, you want to be
I am a Gentile Jew.
You want to be a Jew.
It's a Gentile Jew is what they call.
Well,
because I'm adopted by faith. I'm the seed of Abraham.
It's a Jew, whether you know it or don't.
Okay. And what about you?
Okay, that's why you think I'm gonna waste my time telling you something about a Muslim now?
But
you can ask me.
But
that?
you believe in the old. As a Muslim, what I know about as a Muslim, you believe in the Old Testament.
That's why I can't answer anything.
Do you believe in the Old Testament or not?
Jew.
Do you? I'm a Gentile Jew. I said that. Do you believe in?
It's no different.
Do you believe in being a Muslim?
Jew.
Do you believe in the Old Testament?
Huh?
Do you believe in the Old Testament? As a Muslim, do you believe in the Old Testament? In Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, do you believe Numbers?
Why would you think I'll answer that question like it makes any difference?
He asked, do you remember that?
It don't make any difference.
Why doesn't it make a difference? Because
that's not what it means, and I'm not gonna tell you.
So is the Muslim God the I am?
It doesn't make any what?
Is the Muslim God the I am?
The Muslim God I am.
Yeah.
Look, man.
He's Allah. He's Allah, right?
Okay.
Allah.
You the one said that thought you knew something about it. Why you keep asking me?
Because I want to know who you are.
But apparently you know
you're
something
a Muslim, so I'm trying to figure out who you are. I do know some things about it, but who are you?
Did go with that.
Do you who are you? Is what I'm asking you.
That's it. That's all I left it at.
So you worship Allah.
As far as this,
do you worship Allah?
As far as this, do you worship Allah? As far as you, Jesus, and me, Muslim, that's it.
Okay. Do you worship Allah?
I just told you. What do you think it means?
Is it a yes or no? Do you worship Allah or not?
It's not a yes or no because
I told you
I'm Muslim.
Okay, so Muslims don't worship Allah.
Now, if you would have got that from when we first met, you should have already known that.
I'm asking you, do Muslims worship Allah or not?
You should have already known that. Whether you had some
It's almost like you waiting to see.
No,
you only trying to let me come out with the answers because you don't know them.
No,
I'm asking you the question.
You had some confusion and you didn't be upfront with me.
Okay, Muslims.
And then guess what? I told you I already knew you was trying to pull this.
Then was I upfront with you?
No.
But you just said I was upfront with you, and you knew everything that I was doing.
I said,
so now you're contradicting yourself.
Nobody.
But you said, Chris, I knew what you was doing, and you not fooling nobody. And I said, okay, nobody. so I've been who I was since the beginning, constantly. And I told you I told you I'm a Christian. I told you what a Christian is and what they believe, and then I did nothing but be that consistently. So the question is, so I told you who I am, and I tell you who I am every day through the Bible and what I know from being who I am as a Christian and the Holy Spirit. And I talked to you about that, and you accepted everything I said and taught. And then you got baptized in the name of the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. After I told you that means that you believe Jesus is Lord.
Because I'm a Muslim.
There you go. That's it. Because you're a Muslim.
Yes.
Right.
And you don't
Allah is the greatest of all deceivers. So how could you be good if you're evil? If he has why would he be a deceiver? That's manipulation.
You trying to act like you're debating a Muslim religion over a
I'm not acting.
Religion.
I am. I'm not acting.
Since you're trying to do that,
I'm asking you the question.
That's just a conversation, but that's been done hundreds of millions of times.
And every time y'all fail. That's what I'm trying to say.
What you don't understand about it, it's in what it is. You chose to be a Christian.
I want to be.
You're really a Jew.
Right. I'm a Gentile Jew. Right.
I'm a Muslim. Now, when I told you that,
by faith.
When I told you that, you should have known exactly that.
The seed of Abraham.
No. Okay. You should have known exactly what that is when you're Christian, and I told you that. So if you was a Christian and I was Muslim, you should have said, well, I didn't know. He's a Muslim. I'm a Christian. You should have just said, all right, boom.
Why would I do that? Because I know the truth, the way, and the life. And I want to get to know who you are. It don't matter because I'm a Christian that I'm not going to get to know you because you say you Muslim. I don't care if you. That's the difference between a Christian and anybody else. Hold on.
You have a hard time between the two.
No, this is where this was it. Because this is why. Hold on.
Since that's your
the
real
Christian
problem,
believes. Let me tell you what the Christian believes.
Now, that's mostly what you're about.
Let me tell you what I am about God. I'm about the truth. I'm about Christianity. I am about Jesus. I am.
Okay, but
I believe that Jesus died on the cross for everybody's sins, and He's the creator of everything, of the heavens, the earth, the stars. What the Bible teaches. By the way, what the Quran says to go off of as well, right? In the beginning, who Allah is supposed to be, right?
Listen,
so
you trying to talk for the video?
I'm
for real.
This is for real.
Okay.
It's still the truth.
So
like no matter what, this is for real.
You just want to debate a Muslim.
I just want to know I know the truth, and I want to see if you know the truth.
And then over a Christian, so that's just a. But why you can't just
because it's supposed to be who you are.
It's just what it is.
But if I'm getting to know
you chose.
That should be who you are.
You chose to be a Christian.
You said who you are as a Muslim.
You cannot be one of that.
Listen,
you cannot be nothing else according to you.
I want to be your friend.
Works for you, and then that's all that matters about it. Why are you sitting here acting like you can? Not judge, because it doesn't really matter.
I'm not judging. I really do love you though spiritually. I love you, bro.
As far as a religion, because it's a nice, rich, because it's a better religion.
I never said my religion was better. My religion is about
because it's just different.
No, Christianity is about love. Christianity is about truth. Christianity is about the creation.
That's what you're trying to do,
of the I am.
But you can't do it.
And then God actually cares about us. That's what our religion is. It's about love. But you saying your religion is about power and strength, and that's the truth about behind this world. It's the strong wins and the weak loses.
It's already is what it is.
Because I'm trying to see where is that about you? How is that true?
But when you,
it's what I'm saying.
When you done this, you wasn't acting like you was acting like you knew this. If you wanted to get into
where is the truth?
If you wanted to get into a debate, if you wanted to get,
you seeing the truth in me. And I'm actively acting out of that truth. Where is the truth in you is what I'm asking you.
You're not asking me that.
I am. Who are you?
No, you're not.
And when you tell me you're a Muslim and you told me that you're a Muslim, you told me what a Muslim is, and then now I'm asking you, why are you the way you are if you're supposed to fit these descriptions as a Muslim?
That's not a question. You can't answer that because you don't know what a Muslim is, and all you're trying to do.
You told me what a Muslim is. What is a Muslim? You want to say it again? Because they just heard it, but I'm asking you what a Muslim is. You just told me what that is.
Look, you just trying to debate that over Christianity.
I'm just trying to figure out who you are. No. Because if you Muslim, Christian, whatever, you supposed to. You just said if you know the truth, then what does it matter for? So and you said I know the truth, and you said I know you know the truth. You told me you know. You told me you knew I knew the truth.
You're trying to debate me.
So the question is, do you know? You said I know the truth. You said you know the truth too.
You can't even.
So what is the truth?
You're trying to debate me.
And you said the truth is that you're a Muslim. And I said, okay, if the truth is that you're a Muslim, what is a Muslim? And then you just told me what a Muslim is. And I said, okay, then why don't you match the Muslim if that's the truth?
But this is all about debating my religion.
It's about debating who you are.
No, it's about debating my religion.
Okay, but your religion is supposed, you just said that's who you are. So is that not who you are?
You're trying to debate my religion. You cannot debate.
Is the Muslim who you are, or is it not?
You cannot debate my religion no matter what it is.
Okay.
You can't debate anything.
I'm trying to figure out who you are. So so who is the Muslim?
Leave my religion out of it then.
Okay, so then who are you?
I've already told you that.
You told me you was a Muslim when I asked you who you are. You said the Muslim is who I am. So now I'm asking you about what the Muslim is. And then you told me what the Muslim is.
Now you know who I am. At least as that goes. But that should tell you everything that you should know now.
Okay, so right. So where that's at though? You saying I'm looking for proof? Yeah, where your house at? Where your money? Where the power at? Is what I'm saying. If that's the truth, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to come for you and nothing like that, bro. I'm just really trying to figure out what's for real, like who you really are for real. That's what I'm trying to say.
But for real,
you have a secret life.
Okay, but for real,
because as far as I'm concerned, when I met you, you've been in the same. Like I'm trying to figure out where the stuff at. You said you only had one out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like, and it's not for this. I'm like really being honest. Like,
okay.
So where the truth at?
Okay, but for real, you can't have nothing to do with my religion.
So who are you? So your religion is not who you are. So don't say you Muslim then if that's not who you are.
You can't have nothing to do with my religion.
Okay, then don't say you Muslim. If I want to figure out who you are, and you say don't don't match, that don't mean
as far as you
don't tell me you Muslim. Then you're not Muslim. So let's be like that. Who are you then? If you're not Muslim, who are you?
You can't have nothing to do with my religion.
So you're not Muslim. You don't got no religion. That's what you're trying to say. You don't believe in none of that.
No, I told
you. So who are you?
You cannot have nothing to do with you cannot debate my religion. You can't have nothing to do with my religion.
Why not? What are you talking about? Who are you? You just say I'm a Muslim. That's who I am. So who are you? Then you just told me, and now you saying don't got nothing to do. I don't get it. So who are you? If you embody this, who are you?
Well, if you don't get it, that's exactly what they know about you. You don't get nothing. You don't know nothing, and that's why you're sitting there confused.
Well, Allah is the greatest of all deceivers. That's what I'm saying. That's what it says in the Bible and in your Quran.
But again, you didn't fool
and then it says in our Bible that if anybody preaches any other gospel other than this, then it's false.
They fooled you.
Yeah, Allah is the greatest of all deceivers.
So now you're sitting here asking all the questions.
Yeah, trying to trying to figure out what you're saying.
And guess what?
Where the truth at? If you can say that that's the truth.
Okay,
hold on.
Exactly.
Okay, right.
And that's what is in, and you're not gonna get any answers. And there you go. You're proud of yourself. You brought it upon yourself.
Allah is the greatest of all deceivers, ain't he? Ain't he, man? That's crazy. And then you saying that that's what the Muslims did.
You might as well
right?
admit it to yourself.
Allah is the greatest of all deceivers. You said that.
Well, admit it to yourself.
Man, who he really is Satan. Let's put it like that.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be bold and I'm gonna say it like that. He's Satan. What's up?
Okay.
What's up? He's Satan. What's up?
Who?
Allah. He's Satan. What's up?
Okay.
All right. What's good? He's Satan. What's up? What's next? He's Satan. What's up?
Leave that shit alone.
He's Satan, bro.
Leave it alone.
Bro, he's Satan. What's up?
Okay, well.
All right. That's it. Right. Okay. He's Satan. Yeah. He's Satan, bro. That's it. What's up?
Look, man. Fuck.
We leave it at that. That's it. That's what's up. He's Satan. That's it. What's up? That's it.
Okay. And
okay.
So.
Right. So honestly, I'm gonna say it again that you should really come to Jesus. I'm gonna say it like that because honestly, to have the Holy Spirit, you should like.
Okay, and I do.
This give you the truth.
I do that.
Honestly, it really don't mean nothing if you do what.
But we know the truth.
What's the truth?
He's Satan.
Yes, Allah is Satan. Yeah.
But so we do that to get out of that the Satan part, and we say yes, it's Jesus because we know we kind of hiding behind a Jew.
What?
We're hiding behind a Jew.
So Muslims
that's
is
what we're doing.
Okay. So Muslims is manipulating the world through the Jews. Through the image of the Jews in the Bible. That's why everything is derives from that. Yeah. So
we're gonna sit here and hide behind a Jew, and then act like, and that's fine. You know why? Yeah. We can use that. We can say that, and we can do that. But you know what? Now, is it important to anybody because they want to hide behind a Jew? Yeah. You know why? Because it still matter that they can at least try to.
Where your money at? Where your money at? Let's be real. You just out here living how you living because of what?
Man, you trying to?
I am. I'm being real, bro. Where your money at?
Okay, take me off the camera then.
What is it?
Chris,
okay, so
that's fooling anybody.
Okay, so all right.
But you gotta understand that.
All right.
You're not fooling anybody. So take me off the camera if you're being real. Oh, I know this is what you're doing.
What is it that I'm doing? What does it matter if it's on the camera or not?
Because I know what you're doing.
Who are you? So you try okay. So what you're saying is this truth you're not gonna put out there is what you're trying to say.
No,
this truth. What you telling me is so vital right now that ain't nobody else can see it but me and you. If I'm gonna listen, then this is gonna be me and you. What you saying?
Because I know what you're
doing. I cut this off, you gonna tell me the truth right now. That's what you saying. Why can't you just say it right here? If that's the truth, if the truth is gonna be the truth, what's up? Because see, the God that I serve is in the light. He don't hide nothing. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say, bro. So you saying that's wrong? Like you saying that's wrong? That's what you saying?
Oh man,
that's what you say. You saying it's wrong?
One thing because you're scared of all this stuff.
I'm scared of all of what? What am I scared of?
Anything, man. You don't even hear yourself. We sit here and answer your questions. You act like I didn't answer them. You act like I didn't tell you. Take me off the camera.
So you about to tell me the exclusive?
You
what
you
for
the camera. I'm doing
it for the. This is reality. This is reality.
But that's. You want people to worry about a video. That's not even real.
Okay, that's not real. So they're not gonna look at it. They're not gonna see it. That ain't real.
It's not relevant.
Okay. Tell me why.
So you don't want to know this. So I know you just playing for a camera show. So there, man.
All right.
You're not a real person.
You know what? This is playing.